It's Monday, it's time for a vlog. We're going to the gym! So I have finished up my novice linear progression, which means I've stopped progressing multiple times per week. So I'm now in intermediate programming, and I'm going to be running a template called the Texas method, starting today for the first time. So last week I took a deload at the start of the week. I tested my maxes on Friday. I hit a 305 squat, 305 deadlift, and a 200 bench press. And then I went for 315 on the squat, and it didn't go that great. Then I went for 315 on the deadlift, and it didn't go that great. So today I'm doing a 5x5 at 215 for the squat, a 5x5 at 145 for the bench press, and a 5x5 at 145 for the barbell row. So it's a volume day. The idea is to accumulate stress, and then Wednesday is a light day for recovery, and then Friday is PR day. Let's get right into it. Off to the gym. Let's get right into this volume workout. So this is a Texas method volume workout, and I'm running off of my 1 rep max percentages. So this is 70% of my squat 1 rep max. So this is at 215, 5 sets of 5. I actually only got through 4 sets of the squat because I started to feel nauseous and sweaty after the 4th set. So lo and behold, spoiler, had to go to the bathroom. Took care of that. I was in there for 10-15 minutes, and then by that point I was like, I don't want to risk having an accident at the gym. So I'll go to the bench because it's a bit easier, and then started to feel way better on the bench. So here is our bench press, and I was doing 5 sets of 5 at 145, so 70% of my bench max, more or less, and form was feeling good. They felt super easy. I was happy about those. I think I'm looking forward to building a bunch of muscle for my chest and my back, because starting strength really just focuses on the strength training aspect of it, not as much the hypertrophy, so I know that I have a lot to gain there. So the last exercise were barbell rows, and I'm doing those in place of a power clean or a lighter deadlift for that reason, because I'm trying to build some muscle. So here are the barbell rows, and as you can see on the last rep, the camera actually slides off and starts to point at the ceiling. Yay. Let's look at my food. So I'm at the beginning of an aggressive 4-week fat loss phase right now, aiming to lose between 1.5 pounds and 2 pounds of fat per week for those 4 weeks. So the way I'm accomplishing that is by eating about 1,600 to 1,700 calories per day. My TDEE, or total daily energy expenditure, is about 2,500 calories, and you burn a pound of fat for every 3,500 calories you burn. So if you were doing 500 calories under your TDEE per day, you would lose a pound of fat per week. So I'm eating about 700 to 800 below that per day. Or actually, if I eat 1,600, that's about 900 below that. So between 1.5 pounds and 2 pounds of fat lost per week. And the way I'm accomplishing that is by eating a lot of protein. Because the protein is important. If you guys don't know, the 3 macronutrients, I talked about that in a different video. They have their own purposes, but protein is good for muscle retention when you're losing fat. So I'm eating about 200 grams of protein per day. My body weight's about 180, so it's a little bit over a gram of protein per pound of body weight. And I'm trying to limit everything else, basically. So I'm just eating very low fat, less than 50 grams a day, 200 grams of protein, and then around 100 grams of carbs per day. I'm eating one carby meal per day. One meal that has specifically carbs, and that is this one right now, which I'll show you guys. We have red lentils and rice with serrano peppers, jalapenos, cauliflower, and then also my ground turkey, which is in the pan. I gotta add it right now. Boom! There's the turkey. It's 93% lean. I figured going for 99%, it's a lot more expensive. Oh, the steam is fogging up the lens. It's a lot more expensive, and it's also just not worth it for convenience purposes, because they sell a 3-pound pack for I think it's $9. Pretty reasonable for the 93% lean. And the 99% is $6 for a pound and a third. And it's only 6% fat, which isn't a crazy amount of extra calories. It's an extra 40 calories per 4 ounces That's what I'm thinking of. So yeah, sticking with the 93. I want to get into the topic of today's video, which is New Year's resolutions and why I personally am not setting any. And I'm going to preface this by saying that I think New Year's resolutions can be very helpful for certain people, but just for me personally, I've found that they're not as useful, and I'll explain why in this video. So first of all, I think everything that I want to accomplish either comes down to a much shorter term goal or a much longer term. So like for instance, one of my goals with lifting weights is that I want to squat 500 pounds. And so that is probably not going to happen this year, but it might happen in 2 years, 3 years. I'm not entirely sure, but I know that it's going to happen at some point. And so I can keep doing the things that I'm doing today as a tool to reach that goal. So since I want to accomplish that down the road, what I'm doing right now is just going to the gym, adding weight each workout, getting stronger, and then eventually I'll get there. And I'm doing it in a consistent and intelligent manner, or I'm doing it in as much of a consistent and intelligent manner as I know how to do, which is the important thing. And I think that for most things that you want to be successful with, this is the best way to go about it. If you find something that you enjoy and that you're a little bit good at, and then you just apply consistency, then over the long term, you're going to be very successful. So in the short term, I'm looking at launching my website in a few months. I'm looking at competing in powerlifting in a few months. And I'm looking at running the current program that I'm running for lifting weights. I'm looking at recording the album for Dapper Duck over the next few months. And so all those things are shorter term. And then the long-term goals are obviously to have success with Dapper Duck, put out more albums, do some touring. For lifting weights, it's to get my numbers up, be competitive as a powerlifter. And for my website, I want to get more work, get more mixing, more lessons, and all of that as well. So the reason that I'm not waiting for the new year to make things happen is because I feel like I am already on the road in these aspects that I'm looking at. I'm already on the road to success, and I want to continue down that road. But I could see how for someone that hasn't started yet and is looking to start, then that could definitely be helpful for them, because I think getting started is the most difficult part. Over these last couple of years, I've definitely come a long way financially with my financial intelligence and habits, my fitness habits, my nutrition, even as a musician, as a content creator, still trying to work and get better at that as well. And so for me, I think the key to success is just going to keep being consistent, doing the things that I'm doing the things that I enjoy, and sharing them with you guys. Because once you get one thing going, like I said, it's very difficult to get started. Once you get started and you get one thing going, then you can use the confidence from that, and you can use the tools that you use to succeed in that and apply them to other aspects of your life as well. So basically, I'm just looking to continue progressing in my fitness, nutrition, music, content creation, career, my relationship, family, all those things. Keep hammering those out and get better at those. So that's going to conclude this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, say something in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And as always, guys, this has been your boy Michael. Peace.